Hello, and welcome to Mosaic Odyssey, the podcast that's all about the journey of African immigrants. I'm your host, Bernadette Akwembi, short from Bernard. I'm super excited to be on this journey and share riveting stories with you in this season. In subsequent seasons, I will elicit the stories of successful African immigrants to further enrich the experience on this platform. Hello. Welcome to Mosaic Odyssey, episode 8. Last week's episode was on navigating cultural identity, African immigrants raising children in the diaspora. This episode will delve into the topic on mental health and wellness, breaking the silence in African immigrant communities. The Threads of Time theme on today's episode is professional attire. Professional attire, dressing for success, is the theme on today's episode. It's a black structured jacket worn over a sky blue long sleeve shirt with high collar and a pair of black stretchy high waist pants, accentuated with a pair of bold gold earrings and a black kitten heel Mary Jane shoes, and you are good to go. On the Journey Unveiled segment today is a very important topic: mental health and wellness, breaking the silence in African immigrant communities. We will review the understanding of mental health and its impact on well-being. We'll talk about breaking the silence. We'll talk about assessing resources, community support, and lastly, solutions. First, understanding mental health. Let's begin with the definition of mental health. What is mental health? Mental health refers to our emotional, psychological, and social well-being, influencing how we think, feel, and act. Good mental health is essential for overall well-being, enabling us to handle life's challenges, build strong relationships, and make informed decisions. However, mental health struggles can impact daily life, relationships, physical health, and our overall journey. The common mental health issues affecting African immigrant communities are depression, anxiety, PTSD, otherwise known as post-traumatic stress disorder, and some psychotic syndromes like schizophrenia, bipolar, etc. Let's take a listen to these two stories of struggles and resilience. Obolu, a 28-year-old immigrant from West Africa, struggled to adapt to his new life in the United States. He felt overwhelmed by the cultural differences, language barrier, and homesickness. As time passed, his struggle turned into debilitating depression and anxiety. He withdrew from social interactions, lost interest in his hobbies, and felt like a burden to his family. He would not admit to anyone his state of health because, according to his cultural upbringing, that would make him a weak person. One day, he hit rock bottom and realized he needed help. He sought therapy, joined a support group for immigrant men, and started practicing self-care. With time, patience, and support, he slowly regained his strength and confidence. He rediscovered his passion of art, started volunteering at a local community, and even landed a job at a non-profit organization. Obolu's story showcases the power of resilience and seeking help in the face of adversity. Another is Kofi, a 35-year-old refugee from East Africa, survived a brutal civil war that left him with physical and emotional scars. He struggled with PTSD, flashbacks, and nightmares, making everyday life a challenge. Despite his struggles, Kofi found solace in his family and community. He started attending support groups, practicing mindfulness, and slowly rebuilding his life. Kofi's turning point came when he started volunteering at a local youth center, sharing his story and inspiring young people. He realized his experiences could be a source of strength and support and purpose. With time, Kofi's resilience and determination led him to become a mental health advocate, helping others who faced similar stories overcome their difficulties. His story of resilience resonates with so many in the community. Before long, his story became his purpose. He's able to use that, tell the story to help the youth and people that are in the same situation as he was previously. Through these stories, we see that prioritizing mental health is crucial for navigating life's challenges and living a fulfilling life. We also saw that reaching out and seeking help was instrumental to getting better. You cannot suffer in silence. You must speak out. You need to understand that mental health care is not weakness and does not equate to your strength, but can become a referendum on you if you do not seek help to arrest it immediately. Open conversations about mental health, reducing stigma, and accessing resources for support are keys to mitigate issues. Migrating to a new nation is an anxiety-provoking event. It could also be a nerve-wracking and anticipating situation. Knowing who you are, what your thresholds are, your resources, and how to harness them is extremely important. Being born in Africa kind of prepares you to an extent on how to deal with various situations. It allows you to develop grit and resilience to some extent. People encounter situations that could be interpreted as overwhelming, and if not dealt with appropriately, could result to a mental health breakdown. Understanding mental health is crucial for various reasons. Reason number one, reducing stigma. Education and awareness help dispel myths and misconceptions, promoting a culture of acceptance and support. Though some communities and cultures have deep-rooted beliefs on mental health care, awareness exposes the veracity of such beliefs while enhancing the likelihood that individuals in such cultural practices may seek help as needed. Number two, early intervention. Recognizing signs and symptoms enables timely intervention, preventing issues from escalating. Three would be improved relationships. Comprehending mental health fosters empathy, enhancing personal and professional connections. Number four will be increased self-awareness. Understanding mental health encourages self-reflection, allowing individuals to address their own needs. Number five will be better physical health. Mental well-being is linked to physical health. Neglecting mental health can lead to physical illness. Six is enhanced productivity. Good mental health boosts motivation, focus, and overall performance. Supporting loved ones. Knowledge empowers individuals to help family and friends struggling with mental health issues. Breaking cycles. Understanding mental health can interrupt generational patterns of trauma, abuse, or neglect. 9, promoting resilience. Education builds coping skills, enabling individuals to navigate life challenges. The 10th reason, encouraging self-help seeking. Understanding mental health normalizes seeking help, reducing barriers to treatment. Let's take a look at mental health intersects, how it intersects with various aspects of our lives. It includes physical health. Mental health affects physical health. Stress, anxiety, and depression can lead to chronic illnesses like diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease. Physical health impacts mental health. Chronic pain, sleep disorders, and nutritional deficiencies can contribute to mental health issues. Relationships. Mental health influences relationships. Unhealthy patterns, communications, and boundaries can strain relationships and families, friends, or romantic partners. Relationships. Mental health influences relationships. Unhealthy patterns, communications, and boundaries can strain relationships with family, friends, and romantic partners. Relationships as well impact mental health. Supportive social connections can enhance mental well-being, while toxic relationships can exacerbate mental health issues. Daily life. Mental health affects daily functioning. Mental health issues can impact work, school performance, productivity, and daily routines. Daily life influences mental health. Work-life balance, financial stress, and social media usage can contribute to mental health concerns. Mental health and trauma. Past experiences can shape mental health, making it essential to address trauma and promote healing. Mental health and identity, cultural background, gender, sexuality, and spirituality can intersect with mental health also, requiring culturally sensitive support. Mental health and technology, excessive screen time and social media and digital addiction can impact mental well-being. By recognizing these intersections, we can adopt a holistic approach to mental health, addressing physical, emotional, and social aspects. Develop strategies to manage stress, build resilience, and cultivate supportive relationships. Now we talk about breaking the silence. In African immigrant communities, cultural and societal factors often perpetuate a stigma surrounding mental health, discouraging open discussion and seeking help. Traditional beliefs and values may view mental health illness as a sign of weakness, spiritual imbalance, or even demonic possessions. The emphasis on collective family and community reputation can lead to hiding mental health issues to avoid shame and judgment. Additionally, the immigrant experience itself can be stressful, with factors like cultural adjustments, language barriers, and socio-economic challenges contributing to mental health concerns. Historical trauma and systemic racism can also play a role in the stigma, as African immigrants may distrust mental health services due to past experiences of marginalization. These factors combined create a complex web of stigma, making it difficult for individuals to seek help and prioritize their mental health well-being. What are some of the cultural and societal barriers to discussing mental health? They are: one, stigma and shame. Many cultures view mental illness as a personal failing or a sign of weakness, leading to shame and silence. Traditional beliefs. Cultural or religious beliefs may attribute mental health issues to supernatural forces, spirit possession, or moral defects. Family honor and reputation. Concerns about family reputation or honor can lead to a hiding of mental health issues or avoiding seeking help. Collectivist culture. In some cultures, individual problems are seen as a family or community issue, making it difficult to discuss personal mental health. Machismo and masculinity. Traditional masculine norms can discourage men from expressing emotions or seeking help for mental health issues. Lack of cultural competence. Mental health resources may not be tailored to diverse cultural needs, creating a barrier to seeking help. Socio-economic factors. Limited access to resources, healthcare, or education can exacerbate mental health issues and reduce opportunities for discussion. Language barriers can hinder communication and access to mental health resources. Also, generational differences. Different generations may hold varying views on mental health, creating conflicts and barriers to discussion. Media representation. Inaccurate or stigmatizing media portrayals of mental illness can perpetuate negative attitudes and silence. Breaking down these barriers requires cultural sensitivity and awareness, education and advocacy, inclusive, accessible resources, encouraging open conversations, and challenging traditional beliefs and stigmas. The importance of open conversations and reducing stigma. Reducing stigma and misconceptions, encouraging help-seeking behavior, building supportive relationships, promoting mental health awareness and education, fostering a culture of understanding and empathy. Reducing stigma is essential for encouraging open discussion, increasing access to resources and support, improving mental health outcomes, creating a supportive community. Strategies to adopt. When starting conversation about mental health, when starting conversation with family and friends, choose the right time, place for a private, comfortable conversation. Express concern and empathy, avoiding judgment or criticism. Use open-ended questions to encourage sharing. Listen actively and attentively, validating their feelings. Avoid offering unsolicited advice or trying to fix the issue. Focus on support and resources rather than solutions. Share personal experiences or struggles to create a sense of connection. Use everyday situations as conversation starters, e.g., discussing a mental health related news story. Incorporate mental health into daily conversations, normalizing the topic. Educate yourself about mental health to feel more comfortable discussing it. Encourage others to share their experiences and listen without judgment. Accessing resources. An overview of available mental health resources. You have therapy and counseling, their individual, group, or family sessions with licensed therapists. They have the support groups, they have the in-person, the online group for specific mental health conditions or experiences. There's the hotline, phone, or text services for immediate support, e.g., National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK, T-A-L-K, 1-800-273-TALK, T-A-L-K. There are online resources, websites, apps, and forums offering mental health information, tools, and communities. There are medication management and treatment providers. There are self-help books and workbooks. They are guided resources for personal growth and skill building. And there's mindfulness and wellness programs, yoga, meditation, and fitness classes promoting mental health well-being. Assessing resources. There's the cost aspect to it. It varies depending on your resource, on the resource you're looking for. Some offer sliding scale rates, fees for services, or insurance coverage. There is the insurance options also. Check with your provider for mental health coverage and network providers. Primary care physician is another good source. They can provide referrals to mental health professionals or resources. There are online directories also. Search for resources in your area, e.g., Psychology Today, Good Therapy. There are also community centers. They often offer free or low-cost mental health services and support group. Then community support. There are local community centers like African Communities Public Health Coalition, ACPHC. They provide culturally competent mental health services and outreach to African immigrant communities and can also offer safe spaces for African immigrants to gather, share experiences, and access mental health resources. There's also culturally sensitive support groups like Black Mental Wellness Organization. They offer a range of resources and educational materials specifically tailored to the mental health needs of Black and African immigrant communities, and can also provide a platform for individuals to discuss their mental health challenges in a supportive environment. There are also faith-based organizations such as churches, mosques, and other religious institutions. They play a crucial role in providing emotional and spiritual support. There are cultural associations and organizations that focus on specific African cultures, like the Seneca family of agencies. Their To-Do Poma Familia program offers free mental health services for migrant families, including African immigrants, and can help bridge the gap between traditional practices and the modern healthcare places. There are organizations like the National Network for Immigrant and Refugee Rights, NNIRR, and Santa Clara County Behavioral Health Services. They offer African immigrant mental health, family outreach, and engagement programs aimed to decrease stigma and improve mental health support within the African immigrant community. There are online communities also, social media groups, forums, etc., and etc. So what solutions are out there? Education and awareness. Raising awareness about mental health issues and reducing stigma through community workshops, seminars, and media campaigns. Culturally competent care. Training mental health professionals to understand and respect cultural differences can improve the quality of care. Peer support programs. Implementing peer support programs where trained community members provide support and guidance. Access to services, ensuring that mental health services are accessible, affordable, and available in multiple languages. Integration of traditional practices, combining traditional healing practices with modern mental health care to make services more acceptable to the community. The last on this solution list will be policy advocacy, advocating for policies that support mental health care access and funding for immigrant communities. Our Hunting the Hyena segment topic today is on eternal youth. The illusion is chasing eternal youth through beauty products, cosmetic procedures, filters, etc. The reality, aging is natural, and true beauty lies in self-acceptance and wisdom. So tell me, do you or someone you know have any first-hand experience with mental health issues in this your journey? Do you have any other resources not mentioned here? If so, go ahead, tell me on social media through all my handles, or email me on info.mosaicOdyssey@gmail.com. Better still, visit our website on Mosaic Odyssey Plus is with the S.com. I would love to read from you. You've been listening to Mosaic Odyssey with Benat, the show that celebrates the strength and resilience of African immigrants. Thanks for tuning in. As we come to the end of today's episode, I want you to imagine a star-lit sky, and within each star, a story waiting to be told. We'll catch you next week with another compelling episode. Stay connected and empowered. Join our community of listeners by subscribing to Mosaic Odyssey podcast on your favorite platform. Don't miss our next episode filled with inspiring stories and powerful insights. Email with any questions, remarks, or thoughts to info.mosaicodyssey@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this episode, please give Mosaic Odyssey with Benat a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, or your favorite platform. Follow me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. Bye for now.